Hello, it's Richard Wilson. I'm CEO of the Family Offices Group. And last time I did a video on virtual family offices, I was in front of the Reichstag in Berlin, Germany, if you want to look up that video. Right now I'm in Prague in the Czech Republic. And what I wanted to do is talk to you real quick about setting up a virtual family office and running a virtual family office. This is something that has to be done very carefully. It's often confused. And many times people try to set up a virtual family office as a multifamily office, which doesn't really work. Typically it has to be one-off virtual family offices for different families. So I wanted to get that confusion out of the way right at the beginning of this video. But a few of the most important things to consider. At the very beginning, you want to decide why a virtual family office? Why not a single family office? Why not a multifamily office? Why not just outsource the investments to an outsourced chief investment officer, investment consulting firm? Those are all different options. So you have to know why you're creating the VFO and what your goals are, your mission, your objective. You might have heard this in some other videos, but it's just absolutely critical. And so many people come to me for help in starting a single family office. And they say, Richard, I want to hire you to start a single family office. And I had this conversation with an ultra wealthy individual that's worth several $100 million just recently. But they didn't really know why. They just thought there's probably some benefits since everybody's doing it. You know, he's right. There's some holistic wealth management, financial management benefits by starting a virtual family office, not to mention, you know, many other benefits, but you should know why you're doing it, because the shape of your virtual family office will change based on what your goals are. If your goal is just to get access to co-investments and do more co-investing, club investing, then the talent on your team needs to be different, and your advisory board investment committee should be different. If you're looking just to manage alternative investments, you might not even need a virtual family office, and it negates this whole project, and it could save you a lot of money. So think about all that stuff up front very carefully. The next thing I want to emphasize, this is never talked about in the industry in my experience, is just the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly pulses that you need to run your virtual family office. What does the portfolio demand? What does the investment mandate demand of your team? And do people need to be meeting every day or every week to manage the type of investments you have? If your investments include restaurant franchises and you're a minority owner in them, it could be that weekly reports and weekly management is all is needed. If you are managing hedge funds and doing a sort of your own fund-to-fund type solution, and a lot of your hedge funds are volatile, you might need to manage them intraday and 24 hours a day, so you can cut off those that are starting to, you know, post steep losses and lose you money. So the type of team you have and the shape of your team and expertise and how often you need to pulse and manage the investments can drastically change. And so figuring out, you know, how often things need to be ran, how often team meetings need to be held, whether you need to have one or two investment committees. Lots of family offices have a tactical investment committee as well as a strategic, and the tactical one is smaller. It can meet very quickly. The strategic investment committee might only meet once a week or once a month. The last couple things I wanted to leave you with real quick, and by the way, this could be the topic of a whole book or a whole day training session. So it's just 1 or 2 minute sound bites just to point you in the right direction, help you avoid some big pitfalls. The last couple things is just to encourage your team to meet in person and get people on your advisory board and your team that can meet in person. If you have experts all over the world, it make it very challenging. The only exception to this is if somebody is really easy to reach via video conference call and you have very set processes and just demand that every time you have a conference call, it's a video conference call. People are much less likely to be putting you on mute and half listening while they check their emails if it's on a video conference call. People are much more likely to be engaged. Much more trusted relationships can be built over video conference calls. I would absolutely demand that and not allow a general conference call. Skype is free. You can do video conference calls via Skype, and there's many other solutions that can get, you know, decently expensive if you want to go that route to make it more robust and kind of polished feeling. But there's no excuse not to do video conference calls. The last thing that I would mention here is that when you're running a virtual family office, there's going to be chances to bring on experts for one-off projects versus keeping them on the team long-term. And people often ask me how to do this. What I found is the best solution is to find a core team of 3 to 5 professionals that you'll have on retainer, and they're on your advisory board, and they have the diverse knowledge and expertise to help you hire those one-off professionals you might need for 18 months or 6 months to set up a new division, acquire a business, or manage a partnership or joint venture with another family office. And the final note I wanted to leave you with is just about, assets under management and cost. The larger your family office is, the more likely you're going to want to create more of a single family office and a little bit less of a virtual family office. It's not just semantics. There are some control, transparency, and reporting benefits of having a fully fledged single family office. And when you get to $200 to $400 million, $700 million and higher, that gets more and more so the case. If you'd like help on setting up your virtual family office or running your single family office, please get in touch. If you want to watch more videos like this, you can visit our website at singlefamilyoffices.com. For questions, please email me directly at richard@singlefamilyoffices.com. Thank you.